All right, we've got 6 o'clock. I'm here to call this Utility Commission meeting to order for Thursday, February 19th, 2026. Could we please take a roll call? Randy?
Rule. Andler.
Here.
Hammer.
Here.
Curtis.
Here.
Thome.
Here.
Finkler.
Here.
Sanderson.
Here.
We have a majority. Or, I'm sorry,
A quorum.
quorum.
All right, this meeting has been noticed in accordance with state statutes and local ordinances, and the next item would be to approve the agenda. Unless there's any discussion on the agenda, I'll take a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve the agenda.
Rule is showing up.
Oh, just walking in. We have a motion and a second to approve the agenda. Unless there's any discussion, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? The agenda is approved. We'll move on to public comment. Is there anyone here present this evening for public comment? Seeing none.
I have a comment.
Are you the public or are you a commissioner?
Well, it's mail that the commission received. Where do you
Okay.
want to do it?
Go ahead.
We gave $500 to the Historic Society for the Museum Renovation Fund. The thank you letter was mailed to the Utility Commission at 950 Maple Avenue, and the post office returned it. I thought that was odd. But anyway, Commissioners, thank you very much for your recent $500 donation to the Museum Fund. We're in the process of setting up the museum and look to being open in a few months. Sheila Worthian, Randy Keene, Bonnie Adam, I can't read them all, Pat Boness, John Marks, Darlene Marks, anyway. And I don't know if we have a file for that stuff or not, but that's all I had.
Okay, thanks. We'll move on to the consent agenda then. On the consent agenda, we have the approval of the January 22nd Utility Commission minutes, the approval of the Utility Department's cash disbursements report and accounts payable report, and an outage report. Unless there's any questions or discussion on the consent agenda, I'll take a motion to approve.
I will move to approve tonight's consent agenda.
I'll second.
We've got a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda. Unless there's any further discussion, we'll need to take a roll call on that, Randy.
Andler.
Aye.
Hammer.
Aye.
Curtis.
Aye.
Thome.
Aye.
Finkler.
Aye.
Sanderson.
Aye.
Rule.
Aye.
Consent agenda is approved. We'll move on to unfinished business, and there is none. Under new business, the first item is to recognize Jake Boness for completion of the electric line worker apprenticeship program. Turn it over to you, Randy.
So, you might remember, last month, the Municipal Electric Utilities of Wisconsin, MEUW, graduated the 2026 class of electrical linemen. This is typically a 4-year program that requires 640 hours of academic training and 7,360 hours of field experience. One of the graduates is our very own Jake Boness. We're very proud of Jake, and I've asked Dalton to present before the commission a recognition of achievement. Dalton?
Evening. Is it on? Cool. Hey, I just wanted to keep this super informal, but also I want to take the opportunity to publicly recognize Jake in his accomplishments. It's no short feat what he's accomplished in his time with us. We're very appreciative for everything he does. Sam, thank you also for letting us steal him all hours of the night and supporting him through this journey with school and being gone and sending him to different states to restore power. It's been great, and we're very appreciative of you, and thank you for everything you do. Come on up. I didn't even get the fingerprints on it yet.
That's just fresh.
Would you like to put it
Show him the plaque.
Dalton definitely touched on a lot of things. It's definitely been a very eventful 4 years and a lot of learning and a lot of good experience. Definitely got to thank my crew and especially my lead lineman. He challenges me every day, makes me a better person. and that strengthens our whole group as a unit. I'm very lucky to have them as employees and colleagues, so thank you.
Thank you, Jake.
All right, we'll move on to new business number 5, which is the approval of prime contractor Wandra Construction Incorporated for the Heritage Way water main extension contract in the amount of $320,501.50.
So the bids were received. Our consulting engineer, Jason with Rupert Milkie, has made a recommendation. They did vet the low bidder, who was the clear low bidder, and did their research. And Jason is here to answer any questions, but I endorse their recommendation.
Any questions from the commission? See none. Do you know how this is going to be financed? Is that through bonding or?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, yes. Had a long discussion about part of that today.
Okay.
But yes,
Okay.
What's all in the contract? Just the water main?
this is water main extension.
Just, okay.
This ties Heritage Way, right?
Take your mic, John.
This ties Heritage Way into the water main extension that was done last year on Brookside Lane, so it gives a loop in that
We're
system.
gonna loop out to the south
Yeah,
side.
better water reliability for Enerpac and any future businesses that go in there.
Okay.
And with that, I would make a motion to approve accepting the bid of Wondra Construction at the recommendation of Rupert Milkie and our utility director, Randy. Oh, in the amount of $320,501.50.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to approve the prime contractor, Wanda Construction, for the Heritage Way water main extension in the amount of $320,501.50. Any discussion on the motion? If there's no discussion, could we take a roll call?
Hammer,
Aye.
Curtis,
Aye.
Thome,
Aye.
Finkler,
Aye.
Sanderson, Rule,
Aye.
Andler. Motion carries.
Thank you. We can move on to item number 6 then, which is reports, utility director's report.
Thank you. February is typically a slow month for municipalities, for the Department of Utilities. Beg your pardon. There's a reason I made that slip. However, we have been very active as of late, and I'll explain some of the things we're doing. A lot of it was because of the extreme cold weather we had in the beginning of the month. This requires a lot more maintenance, a lot more diligence in checking things, and any problems, any fixes we had to make are compounded by the cold, so we had to be diligent during this time. Starting with the electric department, this was our lineman Jeff Heck. He is undertaking moving two overhead, I think that is 4 kV, primary. And you'll see in this picture, they're kind of in the trees. And so on this day, he's going to move these two phases over to the other side. But to do that, if you see, the cross arm is weathered and deteriorating, so he's going to replace the cross arm as well. And this is, you can see now he's installed a new cross arm there, the darker one. And then he starts moving the lines. This is tedious, time-consuming work in cold temperatures, but he took his time, did it safely. So he's moved one over successfully, now he's moving the other. And then you can see the finished product, and he's taken away the old cross arm. Also, the crew was very busy installing meters. This is at Cardinal Heights. And there's Jake himself finishing up installing some of the meters. And this was a good few days' work the crew put in. But that task is now complete. We had last week an outage, streetlight outage on Ludington. This was between James Street and East Mills. We did some troubleshooting. Jeff is there looking at the breaker box. Eventually, we did find the problem. Not eventually, it took about a half hour, and he found the problem, and we got the lights back on. And then here's Dalton. He's getting ready to install a pole for a light, street lights. They were doing this over at Cardinal Heights as well. He's got the digger out, and he's bringing it down, the boom down. Here, after they've excavated, they've installed the pole and attached the light, and then they run the wire. Moving to the water department, we're busy doing our sampling, looking for faulty valves, just doing valve checks, and we've had some SCADA repair problems that we're dealing with. Here you're going to see Jake Tanner, our department leader. He's going to remote locations throughout the city to collect field samples. Then he tests these for fluoride and chlorine residuals, and then he collects samples at each location and submits these to the Wisconsin State Lab of Hygiene for bacteria. Here Jake is at a local school. We also went to the post office. You normally have 5 or 6 locations lined up to collect these samples. And here's Jake also testing valves, just turning them, making sure everything's functioning. This is something you do to fill time. It's just good maintenance. Jake's been working on his own. Our operator, Craig, is injured. He underwent double knee replacement surgery. So we're waiting for him to get well soon. He's very valuable to us, but in the meantime, Jake is picking up the slack on his own. Then moving to the waste. Oh, I'm sorry. We are having significant problems with our dialer with the SCADA system. I'm reluctant to put any pictures anymore of the SCADA system up because this is sensitive information. Someone who knows what they're looking at could do harm if they saw how we have things configured. But I will just share with the commission that we are having problems getting the dialer to work. The dialer is a key component of managing our water and wastewater systems. It phones us, whoever is on call, if there is a problem in the system, and then we can remote in and try and make changes or come in. So right now we're having to be more diligent in the evening and trying to troubleshoot this. We hope to have it fixed next week. But in the wastewater department, the beginning of the month we were being very, very diligent about cold weather maintenance. Here we're at the Commerce Drive lift station. That's Jeremy and Merle. They are making sure we have the correct voltage. Everything's powered up and functioning as it should. Just did some tests. And then Merle's looking down into the wet well, making sure that the pumps are in their saddles correctly, that the floats are floating. So, and when we finish up that, we go to the other lift stations. This one's on Commercial Drive, and here we do pretty much the same thing. It's just very important to stay on top of this in the cold weather. Moving back to the plant, if you follow our sewage trail, we're going to the solids handling building again. I've talked about this topic a few times. That is our belt press. What had happened was Jeremy here, it's kind of hard to see, he's wearing the same color shirt as the belt, but he was doing some maintenance, and glad he caught this, but then he found that our belt was starting to rip at the zipper. Because he caught this, we do have a repair kit, and we did make the repair, but we now have a new belt on order, and as soon as that arrives, we'll be making the change. We did have to do some lift station repairs. This is at Birdsea and Nocum. Now, this lift station is right in the middle of the intersection there. You'll see that flat door. This is not a typical location for a lift station in traffic. These doors are not manhole lids. They're not designed for heavy static loads or transient loads going over them. So they do get worn out and damaged. But yeah, you'll see the lift station in the middle. The control panel is off to the right there. And what had happened was this door was jarring loose. We started doing some investigation and found out that the pins that for the hinges were broken. So the crew ordered the new pins, they pulled this up, and then performed the repair. You see on the left side the pin is there, on the right side it was not. So this is just some of the typical things we have to do every day in wastewater for repairs. Moving to projects like we discussed, the Heritage Way Water Main Extension Project had a clear low bidder. Rupert Milky did the proper research on the company and recommended to the department to award the project to Wonder Construction. And then something else that is going on right now this week is we are being audited. So Michelle's a bit of a nervous wreck, but she shouldn't be. Things are going well. And I just had a good discussion with the auditors today as they were wrapping things up. And it looks like we have no worries, so I hope I didn't jinx it. But that is my report. Are there any questions?
School Street rebuild, is that like out for bid?
Well,
Or do we already hired?
that's a public works project. But
Aren't we going to do anything?
yes, I'm sorry. Well, yeah, that's not correct. I don't know. It's,
What percentage of planning stage is that in yet?
go ahead, Jason. Yes. Thank you.
Hey, your engineer's here, you gotta let me talk.
Came all the way here.
Yeah, no, I was passing through, so I just said I'd stop by tonight. So, West School Street was bid out with this Heritage project, so they kind of ran concurrent bids, and we were kind of hoping to get a lot of contractors. We had fewer contractors there. I think we had 9 for Heritage. I think we had 5 or 6 for West School Street. We also got favorable bids for there. We have not awarded that project through the city yet. The reason we have not awarded that project, and it hasn't made the council agenda yet, is because we do have a pending LRIP grant that's worth about $500,000 that is in I guess consideration right now. So we suspect, and normally they will announce that LRIP grant in March. We can't award the project that before the LRIP grant is announced, because if we did receive it and we award the project, we won't receive the grant. So we kind of got to sit on that. So right now that is still planned for a start. The low bid was Forest Construction, which is a contractor who does a lot of work in town. We're very familiar with them. So that was very positive, I think, from our experience of knowing what to expect. And so at this point, he is still kind of working his schedule, but he's aware of the award and the grant that we're waiting on. So as we're kind of gearing up here, that will take most of the summer and into the fall with that project. But again, I think our bids were, I think they were right on our estimate, so they were very favorable. I think we were within $10,000 of our engineer estimate. So it was unusual that it's that close, but again, we should be kicking that off. So that is in. We're just waiting for the final award based on the grant.
What are we putting in, water and sewer?
Water, sewer, and storm sewer. So we're upgrading sizes, we're upgrading materials. So it's going to be a full reconstruct, including sidewalks, curbs, and the whole roadway as well. So we're hoping, obviously, to improve the drainage, reduce the I&I, get better water pressure, more redundancy. We're fairly confident most of the lead services, especially from the main to the curb stops, have been replaced previously as part of the efforts that were done by the utility. But we always know that when we dig them up, we may find some, right? And so I think there's 40-some homes on this block. So the good news is we'll be replacing those water services and curb stops and identifying if there is some lead on the home side to let the homeowners know as well. So that will be hopefully a good thing to knock out quite a few homes this year. So.
Thanks, Jason. Any questions or comments on the live lines? Seeing none. Molly, do you want to do your thing?
I move to adjourn.
Well, I had a comment. I left a piece of paper here, and it's just instructions where to go. A couple months ago, I think I suggested that everybody do a little homework on the fluoride issue. And if you didn't have a place to look or didn't know where to look, here's an address where there's all sorts of stuff going on. That's it. Thank you.
Do we have a second for adjournment?
I will second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you.